Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Hot Bella experience. In today's video, I am just playing in makeup, and that's something that I do from time to time. Don't have any particular rhyme or reason. I was sitting here and I was going through and looking at some of the eyeshadow palettes that I have not touched or have not used in quite some time. You guys know how I go through this from time to time, but yeah, I'm going through one of those episodes again. And this time around, I came across the Nomad palette from Juvia's Place. This is such a pretty palette. I purchased it not too long ago, but this is by no means a new release. And you know, in some videos, everything is not always going to be new because sometimes there are new releases that just don't catch my eye. So I'm still trying to be mindful on how I'm spending my dollars. So I like going back and revisiting some of the palettes and some of the other makeup products that I have in my collection because I do believe that they are all revisit worthy. This is the Nomad palette. I have not used this before. This is not a new release, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette, and I used this palette to create this gorgeous eye look today. I think it's absolutely stunning. And I like this palette because it has these yellows in it and this kind of olivey mustardy green in it as well. I love those shades in the eyeshadow palette. So again, I use this palette to create this gorgeous look. I also use some of my Throwback Anastasia Beverly Complexion products, and that is the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit. This is in Deep. And then also the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Kit. This is in Medium Tan. These are older complexion products, but they are still good complexion products in my opinion. Some people love them, some people hate them, but such is life, right? But yeah, but these are what these products look like. You probably have seen them around quite a bit or quite some time ago, but yeah, they're coming back at you today in this video. So I will be using these products. I am also going to be using my Il Makiage concealer again. This is in the shade 10. I tried this for the first time a couple of videos back, and yeah, I'm using this again. I really want to get acquainted with this concealer, so yep, I am using this in this video as well. I am using another Anastasia Beverly Hills product. This is one of the Liquid Glow highlighters. This is a liquid highlighter. This is in the shade Peach Fizz. I really love this product under my Airbrush Complexion because I did airbrush my complexion today using my Temptu Air. I know I'm just going on and on and on, but I want you guys to be aware of the products that I am using in this video. So yeah, I am going to stop rambling and we are going to get into this video. My face has been cleansed and I used my Elemis Rehydrating Ginseng Toner. I then followed up with the primerizer from Smashbox. It's been a while since I used that product, so I did use that to prime and moisturize my face at the same time today. I also forgot to mention that I used my SK2 Patera Facial Essence as well. I have prepped my eyelids with my P. Louise eyeshadow base, and I am now going to use a highlighter from Becca. This is an oldie but goodie. This highlighter is in the shade Champagne Pop, and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. I am now going to use this shade, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. This is a pale mustardy yellow type shade. So I'm going to build this up to my desired level of intensity. I'm now going to use this shade, and I'm going to use this on the outer V and sweep it into my crease area. You know, I think I'm going to stop right here because I want to use my shadow shield. You guys have seen me use these shadow shields to create some of my eye looks before. So I want to use this shadow shield today because I think for my liner, I want to do that smoky type of eyeliner that I do from time to time using eyeshadow instead of a normal liquid or gel eyeliner. So my shadow shields are going to help me to get that. So I'm going to get these in place and then we'll continue on. All right, I've got my eyeshadow shields on, and As I said, you guys have seen me use these eyeshadow shields in some videos before, but just in case this is your first time seeing me use these are eyeshadow shields that can be used to help to collect fallout in your under eye area when you are applying shadows. So you can place this shadow shield more up under this eye area if you wanted to, and it would protect all of this eye area here. But for me, for today's use, I'm using this because I want to use this eyeshadow shield to help me define my wing that I'm going to create using eyeshadow. So it just makes it a lot easier for me to do this using an eyeshadow shield, because when I'm applying the eyeshadows or trying to get the shape for this look, I can go right up against this eyeshadow shield just like this, and it's going to help me to give me that defined type of look. You have probably seen this same type of technique done by others, but maybe using tape, because you can also use tape. You don't have to use an eyeshadow shield. You can use tape if you want to, and that also will help. But yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I'm gonna make this easy on myself. I've carved out my lids and I did my half cut crease type situation that I normally do. And now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to soften up the edges of where I have carved out this lid. And I'm going to be using this shade right here. This is the darkest shade that I already have on my lid. And I just want to soften up these edges just a little bit. I'm now going to use this shade, and this shade is very interesting. It's yellow, but it has yellow glitter in it as well. Very interesting shade. I'm going to try using this first dry. I may need to add some glitter glue maybe, or maybe even wet my brush, but we'll see how it works. But I'm going to start off using this dry. Let's start with the inner corner and work my way out as I normally do. Ooh, that is pretty. I like how this is turning out. I'm going to go back into this shade here once again, and I'm going to use my smaller blending brush as I always do. This is my Sigma E36 brush. I use this quite a bit in almost every single eye look that I do, and I'm just going to add a little bit more of this color into the area where I've had to manipulate my natural crease line. The only difference here is that I'm still using this shadow shield. I still have this shadow shield, so everything that I'm doing to get the shape of this eye look, I am backing it up against this shadow shield just to make sure that I'm still using that shadow shield as my guide to give me the shape that I'm going for here. And again, you don't have to do this particular step. If you were trying to recreate this look, you wouldn't have to do this if you don't want to. I like to do it because I like how it makes the end result of my eye look turn out, and it just works well for my particular hooded eyes. All right, but again, it's not something that you have to do. So much to my surprise, this yellow shade that I have on my eyelid, in the pan, it does appear to have some sparkles or some glitter in it. I'm not sure if that's coming across on the camera or not, but on my eyelids, I don't see that glitter or that sparkle in it. So that's good. This is turning out to be an all matte look, which I'm perfectly fine with. I love a good all matte look. But I am now going to use this shade right here. This is the darkest shade in this Nomad palette, and I'm still working with my shadow shields here. So I am now going to go into this dark shade here. I'm using an angled brush, and I am going to stamp this right along my lash line as I would eyeliner. And then I'm going to depend on or use my shadow shield to help me get the wing added to this eye look. The shadow is equally dispersed on that lash line, and I am as close to that lash line as I can possibly get. I like doing the wing part last. I'm going to use the same angled brush, and I'm just going to focus it right up against this shadow shield right there. I'm just going to start to feather this out just a little bit. I'm now going to use this pencil style brush, and I'm going to smoke out this wing just a little bit more. So not doing a lot of work, just making sure that I'm softening this up. Just focusing on the areas where I have applied that darker eyeshadow for the wing. I really like how everything is shaping up, so it's now time to remove my shadow shields. So I am just going to gently remove these. So you can see where the shadow shields did indeed give me that wing type of shape that I was going for. So I'm going to go ahead and add my liner and my lashes, and I'll be right back. My liner and my lashes are done, and now it's time to move on to my complexion. I am going to be airbrushing my complexion today, but I'm going to go ahead and do some concealing and some cream contouring. I've also done some color correcting using my Tatcha Pearl in the shade Candlelight under my eyes, and my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX14 around my mouth area. And for my concealer today, I am going to go back to my Il Makiage concealer once again. I want to make sure that I am getting better acquainted with this concealer, so that way I'll be able to come back to you guys and give you an honest review. I think I've already given you my first impression of it, and my first impression of it is that I do like it. I like the shade match that was provided to me based upon the survey that I took on the Il Makiage website, so I'm satisfied with that. And the coverage I also like, but yeah, I want to use it a few more times just to make sure that we're really good friends. But yeah, I am in the shade 10, and I'm going to use this in all the areas you would normally want to highlight and or conceal. My concealer is done, and now it's time for my cream contouring, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Contour Cream Kit. This is an oldie but goodie. This kit is in the shade Deep, and I am going to use this shade right here to do some cream contouring. Cream contouring is done, and I am going to use the Liquid Glow from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Peach Fizz, and I'm going to use this at the highest point of my cheekbones. Again, I'm going to be airbrushing my complexion today, so this is something that I like to do regardless as to whether I am airbrushing my complexion or not. You guys know I like to apply my liquid highlighters underneath my foundation. I just like the way it looks. It is now time for my foundation, and I am going to be using my Temptu Air to apply this foundation. And I'm also going to be using the MAC Face and Body Foundation. I'm in the shade C7. I'm now going to add a little blush. I think the complexion has come along quite nicely. It's now time to set everything. So I am going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Powder Kit, and I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Peaches and Cream, and I'm going to use this shade to set my under eye area. Under eyes are set. I'm going to use my RCMA No Color Powder to set my entire face. A nice, fresh looking complexion. I normally would add a little bit more of my airbrushed bronzer into my look, but I think that my cream contour is showing through quite nicely. I don't want to make it any deeper at this time, or should I? I think I'm going to leave it as it is for right now. I like the way this is looking quite fresh and quite nice, so I'm going to leave it as it is, but I am going to add a little bit more moisture back into my face now that I've powdered everything. So I'm going to use a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus. Everything is looking pretty good. So I am now going to smoke out my waterline a little bit. So I'll just follow the same color scheme that I have on my lid here on my waterline as well. It is now time for lips, and I am going to use one of the Fenty Gloss Bomb creams, and this is in the shade Honey Waffles. I don't think I'm going to line my lips. I think I'm just going to go in with this lip gloss. And this look is done. The Nomad palette by Juvia's Place is a gorgeous palette. I love the mustardy yellows and the olive greens and all the different shades that are in this Nomad palette. I like it because I'll be able to create an easy everyday look with this palette, as well as amp it up if I wanted to use it as a nighttime palette as well. Really glad to have this palette in my collection. And the Gloss Bomb cream from Fenty in the shade Honey Waffles is to die for. I love the fact that it is a high shine lip gloss, but it does have some tint to it. So really like this product. And as usual, I think my Airbrush Complexion turned out gorgeously. I love everything about this look. I hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.